Hello, I am the Witch of Jasmine and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a reading for Aquarius moons. How are you today, Aquarius moons? It's good to see you. Oh, thanks for stopping by, coming to visit me. I have a reading for you. Also, Happy New Year! I feel like I just put out a reading for you guys. But if you didn't see my community post that I made a couple weeks ago, my goal for January was to put out all of the readings in the first half of the month so that they align with the new year as close as possible. So I already have another reading for you. But anyway, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. So as I'm shuffling out your cards, I invite you to take some deep breaths to calm yourself, ground yourself, center yourself, get relaxed, get comfy. We just had the full moon when you're seeing this. So hopefully that wasn't too crazy and chaotic for you. I love the full moon though. I just love the moon so much. There we go. All right, let's take a look at your cards. So for the Oracle card, we have Love. Aww. With Libra and the water element. All right, and for your tarot cards, we have 8 of Wands, Three of Swords, Ace of Wands, Six of Athames, aka Six of Swords, Two of Pentacles reversed, and lastly, Knight of Chalices reversed, aka Knight of Cups reversed. Okay, so it looks like we are going to be talking about love today, which is fun. Most of my readings tend to be about more like project things, goal-oriented things, career things, building things. I don't do relationship and love readings super often, so fun! Here we are. Bad news, it looks like this is more so about the pain that comes with love. I think given this Three of Swords right in the middle of this reading, centering this reading, I think this is more so about a heartbreak that you may have experienced, I'm assuming, recently. Now, I want to make it clear, I'm not necessarily talking about a relationship, like a romantic kind of love. That is just one kind of love. This could be about just anybody who was close to you, is close to you, right? I definitely feel like this could also be about family members or a family member as well. You know, somebody who you're supposed to love, somebody who you tried to love, tried to build this relationship with, and it just didn't seem to work very well and left you heartbroken in that way. Parents certainly could be about parents as well. So it looks like a big reason for why it ended in this heartbreak was because of this Two of Pentacles reversed, which is imbalance. I'm getting the feeling with this reading, just kind of in the context of all of these other cards, that the imbalance that happened had to do with an imbalance of giving. You know, one person giving, trying to make this work, trying to, you know, love this person as much as they wanted to, but the other person just didn't, was not giving that, just was not reciprocating those feelings, or would say that they were, but their actions didn't match up with that. That's definitely what this feels like here. And I say that specifically because with this Eight of Wands and this Six of Athames, aka Six of Swords, I feel like your instinct right now is to go find it somewhere else as soon as possible to fill that void. That's what that really feels like here. Kind of like, okay, fine, you won't give me love, let me go find it somewhere else because I really need it. That's what it feels like. Eight of Wands is a very quick, fast energy, and Six of Swords is about moving on to something else, likely by means of like traveling to somewhere else. But I think, again, in the context of this reading, although for some of you that might certainly be literally going to a different place in terms, or in search of love. I think more so it's talking about a different person, right? Okay, I just took a minute because I'm trying to make sure that what I think this is, these two cards are saying is actually right. And as I was taking a second to kind of confirm that, think about that in my head, this thought came into my head that I was thinking about recently. I saw TikTok talking about it, and I think it's such an important thing that everybody needs to hear. But I'm not 100% sure that that's what this is saying. So I want to pull another card just to confirm. So, okay, so I'm asking clarification for about these cards. What are we talking about here? Because this is like the solution. This is like what you should be doing. That's why I want to be 100% sure. The Star. I love the Star. Isn't she so beautiful? Okay, I'm wondering if this Ace of Wands, we talk about Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, that is a spark, right? It's a flame that you want to nurture to become a much bigger flame, a big, bright, creative, passionate, beautiful bonfire, right? Ace of Wands is the spark that starts that, right? But what's throwing me off is this Knight of Cups reversed. So I'm going to say this. I think especially for women, we have this idea ingrained into ourselves that love is the most beautiful, magical, amazing thing in the world, right? Specifically romantic love, specifically love from a man, right? But I'll speak a little more vaguely here, that romantic love, your future spouse, that is the best love that you will ever have. It is the most magical thing. There is nothing like it. And, you know, that's where we get the idea of like the fairy tale love, the Prince Charming, all of that fantastical stuff, right? And while that is not incorrect, right? That is a very special type of love that nobody is wrong for wanting, right? Who wouldn't want that? To experience those big, beautiful feelings. I think the problem is that a lot of us, as we grow up, are led to believe that that is the best kind of love. There is nothing like that. You will never get that kind of feeling, that magical feeling, that overflowing, giddy, excited feeling from anything quite like you will from somebody loving you in that way, right? So what happens is we end up limiting ourselves when we want this spark in our lives, when we want magic in our lives, when we want to feel loved and just be overflowing with love. We think that the best and maybe only way to do that is with a romantic partner like that. And the problem is that that's so limiting, that there are practically an infinite amount of ways to feel that way. And with a romantic partner, that's just one way, you know? And the biggest problem with that is that requires another person. You end up depending on somebody else to give you that, you know, which is, I think, what was happening in this situation. Wait, now I'm having to stop myself because I specifically said in the beginning of this reading that this wasn't necessarily about a romantic partner. So I guess that's the imagery that's coming into my head. But it also, again, is possible that this is... I gotta be careful. Because, again, if this is like with a family member, right? Like a parent, that is a specific kind of love that you can't get anywhere else, right? So, because what I'm trying to say is that there are an infinite, I always feel like I say that word wrong. Anyway, infinite amount of ways to feel love. And just because you are not getting it in that one specific way doesn't mean it's impossible for you to still feel that level of magic, that level of love for yourself. Right? And that level of the giddy, overflowing, those beautiful, lovey feelings, right? Just because you're not getting it in this one specific way doesn't mean you can never have it. It just means that you have the chance to look somewhere else, right? So that's what this star came up for, is it's about hope and optimism, as well as not limiting yourself to preconceived ideas of how you think love works. Because most likely, it is way bigger and way more beautiful than you were taught. So I believe that's what this Knight of Cups reversed is saying. Because Knight of Cups, to me, in my readings, I've always seen him as usually a separate person, more than any of the other court cards. For me, he just always feels like he represents a separate person who is just filled with this unconditional love and support. So it being reversed is like telling me that this spark that you're looking for, this magical feeling, this good feelings towards yourself, right? Feeling like you are capable of being loved. I think these are things that don't necessarily have to come from another person. And I want to be careful because, oh my gosh, I feel like I have to be so delicate with this reading because I want to be very, very clear with what I'm saying, and very intentional with my words, because obviously we're talking about things that are very emotionally charged. But I just kind of keep coming back to this feeling of thinking that love is dependent on how other people view us. You know, I'm not worthy because I've never had a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, right? I'm not worthy of love because my parents didn't show me that, right? And all of that is dependent on somebody else and how somebody else views you, and therefore how you view yourself, right? I think that's pretty universal. I think everybody falls into that trap because that's how most people are conditioned, right? From before they were even born. So I guess what I'm trying to say is it would be very, very beneficial for you to expand all of the places where you can receive and feel love, because there are so many. And if you open yourself up and allow yourself to feel, then I think you'll be surprised by how real and magical and beautiful love from those other places can also feel. Because I think the issue that's coming up right now and why I'm talking about all of this is because these two cards here in this reading are making me think of desperation. Feeling desperate to have received this exact kind of love that you've been taught you require, you know? That you can't feel these big, beautiful, magical feelings anywhere else quite like you can from a man or whatever, right? Or, you know, if your parents didn't give you that, well, you're out of luck, I guess, you know? Like, and that desperation to have love that looks exactly like how you were taught it is supposed to look like is getting in the way of you actually finding that true feeling that you're looking for. Because it's being replaced by desperation, and desperation does not align with love very well. Okay, Aquarius moons, I'm gonna stop talking because this was a lot. This was a very big reading, and I don't want to overwhelm and bombard and get too philosophical. But I hope my message was able to come through and resonate and give you something to think about, I guess. So that being said, if you have any questions about this, or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment, or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. On the shorts part of my channel, I have hundreds of shorts videos where I talk about each of the cards. I talk about their upright meaning, their reversed meaning, as well as any symbolism within the cards. So if you're feeling particularly drawn to any of these cards, or if you'd like a little more information about any of them, feel free to check that out. So, Aquarius moons, I am sending you so much love and maybe a little peace, right? This was this reading is more about, I think it was more so here just to make you think a little bit. I don't even necessarily have like okay, so you should do this, you should go down this path. It's more like, maybe this is just something for you to consider, right? Maybe this is just an idea that might be worth some thought. So I'm sending you lots and lots and lots of love, as well as strength, because unlearning, I mean, I think everybody has unlearning to do when it comes to love. I think most of us have been taught that love is a lot of things that it actually isn't. And that is not easy to do at all. So I think any amount of just thinking about it and expanding your mind, expanding your ideas of love, I think any little ounce of that is really, really big. So for any of you doing that work, I am proud of you, and I'm sending you lots of strength and good vibes. And okay, I'm going to stop talking now. Hopefully this video isn't too long. Oh my god. Anyway, all right, Aquarius moons, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!